YouTube, what's up? So, right now, y'all gotta excuse me. I'm in the middle of making sure all these tiles is done. I gotta take these new ones. These already been cleaned. I gotta put these up, and I gotta go get some old ones over there, and then go wash those. So forgive me if I'm moving in the process of this. However, it's been a while since my last video, so I gotta make sure I stay consistent with posting. So with this video we're gonna be talking about what they don't tell you about tax write-offs. So tax write-offs is really a popular subject because if you're not in business or if you're new to business, you already know that whenever you have a business, you gotta pay taxes, and you already know you gotta pay it out of your money. It ain't like a 9 to 5 to where you work and then it's already taken out and you can just enjoy what's left. And then during the year, well, during February, during tax time, you can get you a refund. You know it's not like that in business. So in business, you enjoy your money throughout the year, and during tax time, instead of getting a refund, it's ways to get refunds, but this is not a video about that. It's a video about tax write-offs. So you know, in business, most of the time, you enjoy your money throughout the year, and what end up happening is during tax time, instead of receiving a refund, that's when you pay taxes. And considering how good your business is doing, which I hope is doing the best that it can do, it means that you finna pay a lot in taxes. So, however, tax write-offs helps you pay less in taxes. And what has been happening is people have used them to where they pay zero taxes. However, and then they found a reason to pay zero taxes using tax write-offs. And then what they continued to do was post videos about it and make it seem all good and so easy and no repercussions, as if this is the best way to do it. However, they always leave out a certain detail which you don't find out until you're actually doing certain things and you're actually putting in the work towards certain things in business type deal, to where stuff like that matters a lot. So anyway, tax write-offs is pretty a popular subject. So tax write-offs is, let's say, no, ain't no let's say, I have a barbershop. This is my barbershop. The money that I spend, the money that I make, minus my bills, maybe this is an example. I'm not gonna do all that. This is an example. Let's say the money that I make throughout the year and the money that I spend is a big difference, meaning I have to pay a lot on that difference. However, what would help me if, let's say I pay for clippers throughout the year, those are tax write-offs, which means what it'll do is the money that I spend, it'll add to the money that I spend, and it'll make it to where my tax is, the amount of tax that I'm paying is slowly but surely getting smaller and smaller. Golly, I'm sweating. But anyway, I bought clippers. That'll be my tax write-off. I bought cleaning things, that'll be my tax write-off. I bought chairs, that'll be my tax write-off. I bought, what else? I paid a cleaning lady, that'll be a tax write-off. Anything that's really gonna benefit the shop, anything that's gonna benefit the business is a tax write-off. I do house calls. That means my mileage is tax write-off, the amount of money I spend on gas, my phone, people do appointments off my phone. My phone bill is considered a business phone now, so That's tax write-off. It's a bunch of things that I can write off. So what they'll do is they'll make a video, and that'll be the video. Just like how I said all them things is the write-off, that'll be the video. However, this is what they will leave out. The thing that they will leave out, and this thing is important for you to know if you're in business, if you're starting off in business. Basically, if you starting off in business or is in business and you are not a millionaire or billionaire, you need to know this. So, tax write-offs is good, and it helps you with the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. It helps you with the IRS. It does not help you with the bank. And that's what a lot of them are not saying. A lot of them are not saying that you can have all these write-offs to where you don't pay taxes, but guess what? As soon as you try to get financing through a bank, guess what they're going to ask for? That tax return that you put all those tax write-offs on. And guess what they're going to do? They're not going to finance you. Any loan that you apply for, they're not finna give it to you. Why? Because what the videos will tell you, oh, this is how you not pay taxes. However, all paying taxes mean is that you're making money. So if you're not paying taxes, guess what that means? In the bank eyes, I'm not saying in my eyes. This ain't about me. In the bank eyes, what they think is you're not making money. I don't care how much you think you making or whatever you can pull up on that tax return, which they go by. You will have it to where it's going to look like you're not making money. So I'm not saying don't do any tax write-offs. I'm just saying be smart with it and make sure you know what you're doing and use it to your benefit, not to hurt you. Now that you got this information, knowing like, okay, it's not the IRS that I should just be thinking about. It's also the bank I need to be thinking about also. So I should have it to where like, let's say you gotta pay taxes, but that don't mean you gotta pay a big tax. Just pay a reasonably sized tax to where whenever you want to get financing and they look at that tax return, it'll be able to benefit your situation. So that's all I'm saying. That's the biggest thing they don't tell you, is that it affects your financing. And a lady, and I found this out by actually doing this. I needed some financing for one of the properties. She seen my tax return, one of my tax returns. I tried to do the whole tax write-off. I'm gonna do as many tax write-offs. I'm gonna try to avoid paying taxes. I tried to do all that. However, it bit me in the butt because whenever, dang, there ain't that many towels. That's good. That ain't gonna take me long. However, it bit me in the butt to where whenever I need financing, the lady told me like, hey, on paper, and she knew I made money. She was like, on paper, it looks like you don't make any money, so we can't finance you. She said, I know what you're doing. She said, you did all those write-offs so you didn't have to pay tax. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, however, that's good towards the IRS. It's not good towards us because we look at it as if you don't make money. So you got to think about it. If let's say your friend came in, let's say your friend called you up and asked for $1,000. However, he don't have no job and he ain't got no money and you need that $1,000 back. Do you think you finna give him that $1,000 if he hasn't proved to you that he make money? And that's the same way they look at it. On paper, you haven't showed that you make money. So why would we give you? All right. So we're gonna continue the video like this. Last night my phone died, and by that time I was leaving the shop anyway, so I just charged it. Now I done woke up. It's the next day, early morning, getting my run in. However, I want to push out this video before today is over with. So just to piggyback off what I said last night, you got your business going. It's not like a 9 to 5. They don't take the taxes out for you. You pay them yourself. A lot of people like to preach the tax write-off
the tax write-off boy so they could prevent you from paying taxes. However, what they don't tell you is all taxes mean is that you made a profit. I already explained that. And whenever you put all them tax write-offs whenever you report all them tax write-offs, all you doing is making your profit smaller, which, you know what I mean, you gotta do it to where it benefits you, and that's all I'm saying. And whenever you make your profit so small to where it looks like you barely made any money, the banks will look at it and will not finance you. It'll be hard to find somebody who finance you. So that's the part a lot of videos are not preaching. All they preaching is, oh, tax write-offs, tax write-offs, tax write-offs. This is a tax write-off. You ain't got to pay taxes, but they're not telling you about the bank side. So this video is basically telling you that one thing that they really don't tell you about tax write-offs. Don't get me wrong, tax write-offs is useful. You could, let's say you made a $50,000 profit and you know you could spend an extra 10, you could put an extra 10 on tax write-offs, and you feel like you already know a bank, already know a guy who's gonna finance you, showing you had that, what I said, $50,000 profit, 10 went to extra on write-offs, and you already know you're gonna have somebody who's gonna finance you with the 40, that's okay. Do the 10 on the tax write-off, or do more on the tax write-off. But you wanna keep in mind, whenever you're doing your taxes, you're not just thinking about the IRS, you also gotta think about banks and other people that you're gonna have to provide those forms to. So that's the part that they're not telling you. And this is another piece of advice, because a lot of people are doing this and it don't make sense. So a lot of people feel like if you want to be a billionaire, you have to listen to billionaires. And that's true to a certain extent. One thing you got to realize, it all depends on where you at. So if you a hundredaire, if you only making hundreds, you have to take the lifestyle of a billionaire by a grain of salt. You got to realize what you can do and what you can't do. If you making a 6-figure business, you got to realize what you can do and what you can't do. And that's what a lot of entrepreneurs are not doing. That's what a lot of business owners are not doing. What you doing is you hear a video by a billionaire and then you just, boom, do everything they say. However, you got to realize y'all live in two different lifestyles. A billionaire can go on TikTok, a millionaire can go on TikTok and be like, oh yeah, I avoid paying taxes every year. Tax write-offs, I spend all the money. Not realize, and then you will do that. You will go do that. Not realizing next year, that millionaire don't need financing. They got cash. They don't need or if they did, they buddy with somebody who don't even look at their return. See, it's a lot of things behind the scenes that you don't even look at. So they'll preach on TikTok, oh, tax write-offs, I barely pay any taxes. And then next year, when you need financing, when you gotta put in those forms and report things to people, and they deny you, you're gonna be upset because you didn't take everything with a grain of salt. Everything somebody say, you can't just go do. Some people, not saying they got it easier, but some people have it set up to where they gonna give you that advice, and they thinking you already know about the other side. Meanwhile, you don't find out until it's too late. Now you gotta wait another year or year and a half, 2 years for you to fix the situation that you made. So you gotta be careful. Everything that you listen to, even on my channel, if you listen to something on this channel, take it with a grain of salt, do your own research. After you listen to this video, you can call your bank. Call whoever you interested in financing with and ask them, and I promise you, they'll tell you, that's what that means. Because I found this out by actually doing it. I didn't find this out by looking up TikToks and looking up YouTube and looking up videos. I found this out by actually doing it. The woman told me to my face exactly what I'm telling you guys. So, and that's what this channel is about. As I learn new things, as I find out more stuff that a lot of people are not saying, I gotta talk about it, and I'm gonna put it out for you to know. Simply because ain't nobody doing it for me. So I'll be like, man, might as well help somebody else. And then I look at it as, why make mistakes over and over? Why let people make the same mistakes when I can help type deal? Basically, I feel like I'm filling the gap. So, and if you know anything, drop it in the comments. Help somebody. Like, man, everybody can have their own business. Everybody can be successful in their own business. Ain't no way. I cut hair. And I tell barbers, I'm not cutting every hair in the world. Like, it don't make sense. I'm only one person. How I'm gonna cut every hair in the world? I only got 6, 7 barbers. How we gonna cut every person in the world? How we gonna cut everybody in the city? Like, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm not selfish with it. If you listen to this video and you know anything towards this, drop it in the comments. Let's help each other. So that's the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. I gotta get this run in.